Datta, Sri Guru Datta, Jai Guru 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 Datta, Sri Guru Datta. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyaya Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha, Harihi Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Hanumate Namaha. Jai Guru Datta and welcome to Datta Arpanam with your hosts Rishi Nirvan Balrup
and Ravita Singh. Jaya Guru Datta, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Parama Pujya Dr. Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji of Avadhuta Dattapitam in Mysuru. Today's program begins with the offering of pranams, gratitude and this invocation prayer at the sacred feet of beloved Sadgurudeva Pujya Shri Swamiji, as this program, possible only through His divine grace, is offered to him. Please join His second in command, Pujya Shri 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 Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji, now in worship.
श्री गणेशाय नमः, श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः, श्रीपादवल्लभ नरसिंह सरस्वती, श्री गुरुदत्तात्रेयाय नमः, श्री गणपति सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीभूयुत श्रीहरिचिह्निताभ्याम् अगस्त्यरेखादिभिरञ्चिताभ्याम् निगूढबीजाक्षरमुद्रिताभ्याम् नमो नमः सद्गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। गणपति गुरुमेकं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं, विबुधनिवहसेव्यं योगमार्गाधिरूढं, शरणमुपगतानामार्तिसङ्घाद्रिवज्रं मम हृदयनिवासं भक्तिनम्रो नमामि, भक्तिनम्रो नमामि।
Once again everyone, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to this morning's episode of Datta Arpanam. Today's program is being brought to you through the kind courtesy of Ramlal Educational Institute of number 12 Exchange Lots Couva, Valini's Drug Mart Limited of 58 to 60 Sutton Street, San Fernando, Debe Supermart Limited of 182 SS Erin Road, Debe, and Koke Supermart Limited of 14 Naparima Miaro Road, San Fernando.
Recently, Ugadi, or the Hindu New Year, was celebrated. In his discourse given on the occasion, Ganapati Swamiji or Pujya Appaji told a story and said that we must concentrate while listening to the story and do not multitask while listening.
Appaji himself said that there are many messages in the stories he narrates, but hearing him specifically say to listen with concentration to this particular story, well, this highlighted its importance.
And so today on Datta Arpanam, that story will be shared, and as is usually done when a story is shared on the program, we will try to see what lessons we can learn from it. But first, let us join in worshipping the one who clears obstacles, including any obstacles which may be in our spiritual path. Let us worship Lord Ganapati as we join his namesake Ganapati Swamiji in Nama Sankirtanam. The words to this bhajan can be found by entering bhajan ID number 53 on the Bhajan Mala app or on the website www.bhajanmala.com.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatye Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha. మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ, నమ్మితిని నినులోన గణనాథ. మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ, నమ్మితిని నినులోన గణనాథ. మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ, నమ్మితిని నినులోన గణనాథ. వేదాలు నీ స్తోత్ర పాఠాలుగా, శాస్త్రాలు నీ ఇంటి దారులుగా, దేవా పురాణాలు నీ కథలుగా, కావ్యాలు గానాలు నీ కీర్తిగా. మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ, నమ్మితిని నినులోన గణనాథ. హే రంభదేవ హే మంబితాంగ, శ్రీరమ్యగాస శ్రిత పాపనాశ, హే ఏకదంత హే వక్రతుండ, హే శూర్పకర్ణ హే లంబతుండ. మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ, నమ్మితిని నినులోన గణనాథ. మమ్మేలు మాలోని చెడులను మాయింపవా, మాలోన సద్బుద్ధి మొలిపించవా, మాలోన త్యాగము కలిగించవా, మాలోన నువ్వు వచ్చి ఉండవా. మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ, నమ్మితిని నినులోన గణనాథ. మమ్మేలు వేదాంత వేద్య వేషాది దూర, వేదాంత వేద్య వేషాది దూర, హే వికట హే సౌమ్య హే వామన, హే వికట హే సౌమ్య హే వామన. ఆత్మస్వరూప ఆనంద గోప, Sumukha, He Kapila, He Balaka, He Sumukha, He Kapila, He Balaka, Mammelu Matandri Gananatha, Nammitini Ninulona Gananatha, Mammelu మమకార బంధాలు తొలగింపవా, మమకార బంధాలు తొలగింపవా, ఈ అంధకారం తప్పింపవా, నీ వెలుగు మాలోన గుప్పింపవా, శ్రీ సచ్చిదానంద మనసూపవా, శ్రీ సచ్చిదానంద మనసూపవా, మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ, నమ్మితిని నిన్నులోన గణనాథ, మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి నమ్మితిని నిన్నులోన గణనాథ.
In Kali Yuga, Lord Ganapati is the quick bestower of boons. May that generous and compassionate Lord, who is just worshipped through that bhajan, grant us all the boon of fulfilling the purpose of this human life.
You were just listening to Ganapati Swamiji worship the one who initiated him, Lord Ganapati. Thank you for tuning in to this morning's episode of Datta Arpanam, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Sri Swamiji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited. Earlier you heard that Pujya Appaji, during his Vishvavasu Samvatsara discourse, or his discourse at the start of this Hindu New Year of Vishvavasu, Pujya Appaji told a story which he wanted everyone to listen to with focus. Today, that story will be shared on Datta Arpanam.
Once, a king asked a royal scholar 3 questions and threatened to behead the scholar if he could not answer them. The first of those questions was, "Where is God?"
The second question was, "What is God looking at?"
And the third question was, "What is God doing now?"
Hearing these 3 questions and remembering the threat of beheading if he could not answer them, the scholar returned home in fear.
The king wanted a good answer to these questions, but despite poring over many books, no one could come up with good answers. The scholar was bemoaning this when he went home.
The cattle keeper boy at home, realizing that this was making the scholar upset, assured him that he would take care of the answers. He felt that the answers to the king's questions were easy, and so he asked to go to the royal court the next day.
The next day, in the royal court, the boy asked that a cauldron of milk be brought forward. He claimed that there was butter in that cauldron.
The king replied, saying that no butter could be seen.
To this, the boy assured the king that there is butter in the cauldron of milk, but that there is a process which one must go through to get that butter. You need to heat the milk, let it cool, churn it, and then extract the butter.
So, said the boy, Sadhana is necessary to get butter, just as it is necessary to see God. It is not easy for the all-pervading God to take a form. He took on many forms, such as Rama, Krishna, etc. He took on human forms and also left the earth like a human. That is why the omnipresent God does not take on a form unless necessary.
Listeners, often enough, someone looks at the peace of mind which another person has, the wealth that person has, the closeness to Guru that person has, and instead of pondering over what they can learn from how that person lives their life to reap such benefits, they look on with jealousy. This lesson on sadhana reminds us that to gain anything in both the spiritual path and the worldly path, effort is required.
We wish for a Sadguru, but then once initiated, instead of doing Guru Mantra Japam regularly, we sit back feeling that Guru will look after us. He will, yes, because that is how compassionate he is. But stop and think of this. In this lifetime, you were blessed with such a compassionate Sadguru because of the punya or merit or good karma which you brought with you from a previous life. Manushya Loka, or this earth, is the only plane on which we can earn punya or papa. Or very simply put, it is the only plane in which we can earn good and bad karma. All other planes, so the higher worlds or heaven and the lower worlds or hell, are lokas or worlds where we only reap the results of past actions. We do not and cannot earn any merit or sin in those worlds which exist above and below this earth.
You enjoy rewards in the upper worlds, then return to earth when those rewards are exhausted. And in the lower worlds, you suffer and then return to earth when your suffering has been exhausted.
But this human birth on earth is your ticket which determines your destination hereafter. So put in the effort to do sadhana. Let today's actions bring you upliftment in the afterlife. And if you do have to be reborn, may your dedication to chanting Guru Mantra grant you the blessing of, in lifetimes to come, having a Sadguru like Pujya Appaji to guide you to further progress up the spiritual ladder.
As Appaji himself has said on SGS posts, Sadguru's rope is very long. By this, Appaji is telling us that wherever we are now, don't worry, his rope is long enough to reach us. All we have to do is to grab onto it and hold onto it tightly. Listen to what he says and do whatever he says. Then we stand a chance of being eternally rescued from the cycle of birth and death.
Listeners, through today's story, we heard that to understand where God is, we must do sadhana. So let us now engage in one of the most beneficial sadhanas of Kali Yuga. What sadhana is that? It is the sadhana known as Divya Nama Sankirtanam, or singing the divine names of God. Please open the Bhajan Mala app or website to Bhajan ID number 405 and join in worshipping the female aspect of the Almighty.
ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಾರ್ಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಾರ್ಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಾರ್ಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನರ್ಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವೆವು. ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು. ಮುಗ್ಧ ಬಾಲಿಕಾ ರೂಪಿಣಿಗೆ, ಮುಗ್ಧ ಬಾಲಿಕಾ ರೂಪಿಣಿಗೆ, ದುಗ್ಧಾರ್ಣವ ಸಂವಾಸಿನಿಗೆ, ದುಗ್ಧಾರ್ಣವ ಸಂವಾಸಿನಿಗೆ, ಸ್ನಿಗ್ಧಾನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಶ್ಯಾಮಲೆಗೆ, ಸ್ನಿಗ್ಧಾನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಶ್ಯಾಮಲೆಗೆ, ಚಿದ್ಘನ ಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಚಿದ್ಘನ ಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು. ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನರ್ಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವೆವು. ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು. ಸದ್ಗುಣವರ್ಧನ ಕಾರಿಣಿಗೆ, ಸದ್ಗುಣವರ್ಧನ ಕಾರಿಣಿಗೆ, ಹೃದ್ಗತ ದೋಷ ನಿವಾರಿಣಿಗೆ, ಹೃದ್ಗತ ದೋಷ ನಿವಾರಿಣಿಗೆ, ಮುದ್ಗೋದನ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಮಾನಸಿಗೆ, ಮುದ್ಗೋದನ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಮಾನಸಿಗೆ, ಸದ್ಗತಿದಾತೆಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಸದ್ಗತಿದಾತೆಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು. ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನರ್ಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವೆವು. ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು. ಗಾಯನ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಸುತೋಷಿಣಿಗೆ, ಗಾಯನ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಸುತೋಷಿಣಿಗೆ, ಹಯವದನಾರ್ಚಿತ ಪಾದಳಿಗೆ, ಹಯವದನಾರ್ಚಿತ ಪಾದಳಿಗೆ, ಪಾಯಸಾನ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಪಾವನಿಗೆ, ಪಾಯಸಾನ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಪಾವನಿಗೆ, ಮಾಯಾತೀತೆಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಮಾಯಾತೀತೆಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು. ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನರ್ಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವೆವು. ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು. ಉದ್ಯದ್ಭಾನು ವಿಭಾಸಿನಿಗೆ, ಉದ್ಯದ್ಭಾನು ವಿಭಾಸಿನಿಗೆ, ಸದ್ಯ ಪ್ರಸಾದಿನಿ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಣಿಗೆ, ಸದ್ಯ ಪ್ರಸಾದಿನಿ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಣಿಗೆ, ದಧ್ಯೋದನ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಧರ್ಮಿಣಿಗೆ, ದಧ್ಯೋದನ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಧರ್ಮಿಣಿಗೆ, ವಿದ್ಯಾದೇವಿಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ವಿದ್ಯಾದೇವಿಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು. ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನರ್ಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವೆವು. ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು, ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು. ಷಡದ್ವಾತೀತ ರೂಪಿಣಿಗೆ ಷಡದ್ವಾತೀತ ರೂಪಿಣಿಗೆ ಜಡಚೇತನ ಜಗಧಾರಿಣಿಗೆ ಜಡಚೇತನ ಜಗಧಾರಿಣಿಗೆ ಗುಡಾನ್ನ ತರ್ಪಿತ ಗುಣಕರಿಗೆ ಗುಡಾನ್ನ ತರ್ಪಿತ ಗುಣಕರಿಗೆ ಸಡಗರದಿಂದಲಿ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಸಡಗರದಿಂದಲಿ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಾರ್ಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಸರ್ವೇಶ್ವರಿ ಸುರನಾಯಕಿಗೆ ಸರ್ವೇಶ್ವರಿ ಸುರನಾಯಕಿಗೆ ಸರ್ವವಶಂಕರಿ ಶುಭಕರಿಗೆ ಸರ್ವವಶಂಕರಿ ಶುಭಕರಿಗೆ ಸರ್ವೋದನ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಶ್ರೀಕರಿಗೆ ಸರ್ವೋದನ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಶ್ರೀಕರಿಗೆ ಸರ್ವಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಸರ್ವಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಾರ್ಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಶಚೀಂದ್ರ ಸನ್ನುತ ಪಾದಳಿಗೆ ಶಚೀಂದ್ರ ಸನ್ನುತ ಪಾದಳಿಗೆ ಸುಚಾರು ಮಂಜುಳ ಭಾಷಿಣಿಗೆ ಸುಚಾರು ಮಂಜುಳ ಭಾಷಿಣಿಗೆ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಸುಖಾಸಿನಿಗೆ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಸುಖಾಸಿನಿಗೆ ಗಾನವಾರಿಧಿಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಗಾನವಾರಿಧಿಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಾರ್ಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಾರ್ಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ ನಮಿಸುವೆವು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣಗೆ
Before that bhajan, you heard of the importance of sadhana in our spiritual journey. You also heard that Divya Nama Sankirtanam is a very powerful sadhana. But having worshipped Annapurna Devi through that beautiful bhajan, we are reminded of another very important sadhana, the sadhana known as Annadanam, or the gifting of food.
And do not feel that if you yourself are not sure where your next meal is coming from, that you cannot engage in this sadhana. Ganapati Swamiji or Puja Appaji has said that if before you eat you offer the food to God and you pray that those who are hungry will reap the benefits of having a meal like the one you are about to consume, then even that is Annadanam.
How all-inclusively Datta Prabhu Pujya Sri Swamiji looks after devotees. You were just listening to Pujya Sri Swamiji here on Datta Arpanam. Thank you for tuning in to today's offering, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Sri Swamiji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited.
Today, through the retelling of the story told by Puja Appaji during his Vishva Vasu Yugadi discourse, you heard that a cattle keeper boy, learning of the questions the king had presented to the royal scholar, asked to be the one to answer the king's questions. Having been somewhat satisfied by the boy's response to the question, "Where is God?" the king asked the boy the second question, "What is God looking at right now? Where is he looking?"
This time, the boy asked that a lamp be brought to the royal court. When the lamp was delivered, the boy explained that, like the light of the lamp radiates in all directions, so too, God is looking in all directions.
And listeners, this is an important lesson for us to always remember. There's no such thing as getting away with a wrong deed. Another human being may not have noticed what you did, what you said, or what you thought even, but God or Guru is witness to it all. So if we remember this valuable lesson throughout the year of Vishvavasu, and for every day, month, and year that follows, then perhaps each of us will mature into a kinder, more truthful, more hard-working person.
Bhagavad Gita teaches us that there are 3 gateways to hell: Kama, Krodha, and Lobha, or desire, anger, and greed. Let go of these. Instead of harboring desires for what you see others may have, instead of developing anger over not having your desires fulfilled, and instead of developing greed to hold on to what you do have, direct your attention to a higher altar. Let go of these impermanent things and hold on to that which is truly permanent. Hold on to God, to Sadguru. Sit in his boat and hold on tightly. Know that while steering the ship, he can not only clearly see each and every passenger, but he can also see their past, present, and future, their needs and wants, the dangers lurking in the ocean of samsara or the ocean of repeated births, and most importantly, he can see the route which leads to the safe shores of moksha. He is the best navigator there is. So, as you heard earlier, do your sadhana, and then with the faith and understanding that he sees everything and knows everything, surrender to him.
In fact, offer such surrender to him right now as you join in singing today's next bhajan. Please open the Bhajanmala app or website to bhajan ID number 1766 and, with gratitude and surrender, sing from the heart this Datta Tattva Bhajan.
Hey, 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 hey. Oh, 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 oh. Hi, hi. Oh, hi. Hi, lassa. Hi, lo. Hi, lassa. What? Hey, hey. नाव चल पड़ी दत्त नाव चल पड़ी नाव चल पड़ी दत्त नाव चल पड़ी हे हे नाव चल पड़ी दत्त नाव चल पड़ी नाव चल पड़ी हनुमान नाव चल पड़ी नाव चल पड़ी हनुमान नाव चल पड़ी नाव चल पड़ी दिस इज दत्ता नाव चल पड़ी दिस हनुमान नाव चल पड़ी हनुमान नाव चल पड़ी नाव चल पड़ी भवसागर तार करना नाव चल पड़ी भवसागर तार करना नाव चल भवसागर 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 तार करन नाव चल पड़ी भवसागर तार करन नाव चल पड़ी दत्त नाव चल पड़ी दत्त नाव चल पड़ी गुरु नाव चल पड़ी सद्गुरु नाव चल पड़ी गुरु नाव चल पड़ी हनुमान नाव चल पड़ी नाव चल पड़ी हनुमान नाव चल पड़ी सत की नाव चल पड़ी, नाव चल पड़ी, सत की नाव चल पड़ी, नाव चल पड़ी, गुरु की नाव चल पड़ी, गुरु की नाव चल पड़ी। ओ हो नाव चल पड़ी, हाय हाय लेस ओ हो हे हे लेसा ओ लेसा शरण मिल गई, गुरु की चरण मिल गई, शरण मिल गई, गुरु की चरण मिल गई, ये शरण मिल गई, गुरु की चरण मिल गई, शरण मिल गई, गुरु की चरण मिल गई। सकल तीर्थ दर्शन से भाग्य खुल गई, सकल तीर्थ दर्शन से भाग्य खुल गई, मेरी भाग्य खुल गई, मेरी भाग्य खुल गई। सकल तीर्थ दर्शन से भाग्य खुल गई, सकल तीर्थ दर्शन से भाग्य खुल गई, मेरी भाग्य खुल गई, मेरी भाग्य खुल गई। नाव चल पड़ी, दत्त नाव चल पड़ी, गुरु नाव चल पड़ी, हनुमान नाव चल पड़ी। हे राम राम, हे राम 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 राम, ओ राम राम राम, लस्सा लस्सा। ये पाप मिट गई, घोर पाप मिट गई, पाप मिट गई, घोर पाप मिट गई, ये पाप मिट गई, घोर पाप मिट गई, पाप मिट गई, घोर पाप मिट गई। काम क्रोध लोभ मोह ताप मिट गई, काम क्रोध लोभ मोह ताप मिट गई, ये काम क्रोध लोभ मोह ताप मिट गई, मोह ताप मिट गई, काम क्रोध लोभ मोह ताप मिट गई, मोह ताप मिट गई, ये काम क्रोध लोभ मोह ताप मिट गई, मोह ताप मिट गई, ये मोह ताप मिट गई, नाव चल पड़ी, हे हे हाय लस्सा, हे राम राम लस्सा, ओहो हे हे प्रीत मिल गई, गुरु की प्रीत मिल गई, प्रीत मिल गई, गुरु की प्रीत मिल गई, ये है प्रीत मिल गई, गुरु की प्रीत मिल गई, प्रीत मिल गई, गुरु की प्रीत मिल गई। जन्म जन्म साधना पुण्य मिल गई, मुझको पुण्य मिल गई, जन्म जन्म साधना पुण्य मिल गई, मुझको पुण्य मिल गई, जन्म जन्म साधना पुण्य मिल गई, मुझको पुण्य मिल गई, जन्म जन्म साधना पुण्य मिल गई, मुझको पुण्य मिल गई, मुझको पुण्य मिल गई, मुझको पुण्य मिल गई। ये रामा नाव चल पड़ी, नाव चल पड़ी, दत्त नाव चल पड़ी, राम 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 सीताराम, ओहो सीताराम, ओहो शांति मिल गई, मन को शांति मिल गई, शांति मिल गई, मन को शांति मिल गई, शांति मिल गई, मन को शांति मिल गई, शांति मिल गई, मन को शांति मिल गई। सच्चिदानंद पूर्ण शांति मिल गई, पूर्ण शांति मिल गई, सच्चिदानंद पूर्ण शांति मिल गई, पूर्ण शांति मिल गई, सच्चिदानंद पूर्ण शांति मिल गई, मुझको शांति मिल गई, सच्चिदानंद पूर्ण शांति मिल गई, पूर्ण शांति मिल गई, पूर्ण शांति मिल गई, पूर्ण शांति मिल गई। नाव चल पड़ी रतन, नाव चल पड़ी, नाव चल पड़ी रामा, नाव चल पड़ी, नाव चल पड़ी हनुमा, नाव चल पड़ी, भवसागर तार करण नाव चल पड़ी, जिस भवसागर तार करण नाव चल पड़ी, रतन नाव चल पड़ी, नाव चल पड़ी, सत की नाव चल पड़ी, सत की नाव चल पड़ी, गुरु 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 की नाव चल पड़ी।
You heard on a previous episode of Datta Arpanam that the raga Shankarabharanam, when repeatedly listened to or rendered over a period of time, can lift even the lowest mood. Well, whether it is that quality of being set to Shankarabharanam ragam, or the beautiful and comforting meaning of that bhajan, there is no doubt that if we listen to it even once or sing it even once, our mood improves immediately.
Such is the grace and compassion of the bhajan's composer, Pujya Appaji or Ganapati Swamiji, that when we hear that bhajan once, it is such a catchy bhajan that we keep singing it in our mind or even out loud for days to come. We only have to listen once, but Sadguru Deva Pujya Appaji has fixed it that then amounts to singing it repeatedly, thereby helping us, cheering us up, and giving us the mental fortitude to face whatever life has in store for us.
You were just listening to Pujya Sri Swamiji here on Datta Arpanam. Thank you for tuning in to this hour of devotion, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through His grace, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited.
Today, through the story told by Pujya Appaji during his Vishvavasu Yugadi message, we heard that to know where God is, or to find God, we need to do sadhana.
We also heard that God's gaze extends in all directions. He sees everything and so knows everything, and witnesses even our innermost thoughts.
And these lessons came from listening to the story of the responses which a young cattle herd boy gave to a king's questions of where's God and what is God looking at.
Now, the third question posed by the king needed to be answered. That question was, what is God doing now?
To this, the boy said that the answer can only be given to one who is worthy. He said that Guru must always be placed higher than his disciple. Otherwise, the wisdom will not be fully absorbed by the disciple.
Since in this role the boy was serving as a guru by giving answers to the king's questions, the boy now asked to sit on the throne. He further instructed that the king had to bow, take off his crown, and stand with his hands folded in Namaskara Mudra. The answer which the boy was about to give had a deep meaning and required the boy to sit on the king's gem-studded throne.
The king's ministers rejected the idea, saying that this cow-dung-smeared boy should not be on the throne. But the king, eager to know the answer, was ready.
The boy sat on the throne and said, "This is what God does. You were on the throne 3 minutes ago and I was on the floor. Now we have switched places. This is what God does. He gives to one and takes away from another. the pauper becomes a millionaire and vice versa. Now, I am in the king's position. If I ask them to behead you, they will have to. You lost your power, but I have gained it. This is what God does. He gives power for 5 years and takes away for 5 years. Because of this, man goes through joys and sorrows.
Listeners, when we hear this story, we should not think or feel that God gives us joys and sorrows for literally 5 years. Here, by a time limit being assigned to joys and sorrows, we are being reminded of the impermanence of worldly joys and sorrows, of worldly wealth and poverty, and of worldly anything really.
But note also what was implied in the words, God gives. He gives joys and He gives sorrows. All of it is prasadam from Him. So just like you feel happy to receive tirtham or raksha or coin or anything directly from the hands of Pujya Appaji, we should treat all joys and sorrows, hunger and satisfaction, heat and cold, wealth and poverty. We should treat all dvandvas or all dualities. We should treat everything as prasadam from God.
This is called the Prasada Buddhi mindset. And when we adopt this mindset, then nothing feels like suffering, because we are grateful that God or Guru has remembered us and is personally attending to us.
Facing the consequences of our karma, listeners, is how we learn to stay on the right path. So when good deeds result in good experiences coming your way, and when bad deeds result in suffering coming your way, they both teach us what we should be doing and what we should not be doing. So do not wish away suffering. Instead, as you heard earlier, hold on tightly to Guru's rope and know that whatever you are going through, He is seeing it all and giving you what you need, even if you do not realize what you need.
A child may not like the taste of the antibiotic syrup he or she has to take for a bad infection, but does that mean that the parent should not give the child the antibiotic? No, of course not. Similarly, Guru knows what is good for us, even if we find it unpleasant. Just trust Him. Do your sadhana and trust in His all-knowing judgment of what you need to be given.
How blessed we are that, knowing that in the age of Kali, we need Divya Nama Sankirtanam to help us in our quest for moksha, Ganapati Swamiji has provided us with thousands of bhajans, Vedanta in the form of song.
And He has, through the Bhajanmala app, provided us with the words and in some cases even the swaras or notes to help us to sing those bhajans.
Please open that app once again, this time to bhajan ID number 913, and join in singing this beautiful Lord Hanuman bhajan.
निलयमन्त्रम् नित्यतत्त्वाख्यमन्त्रम् निखिलनिलयमन्त्रम् यतत्वाख्यमन्त्रं भवकुलहरमन्त्रं भूमिजाप्राणमन्त्रं भवकुलहरमन्त्रं भूमिजाप्राणमन्त्रं पवनजनुतमन्त्रं पार्वतीमोक्षमन्त्रं पवनजनुतमन्त्रं पार्वतीमोक्षमन्त्रं पशुपतिनिजमन्त्रं पातु मां राममन्त्रं पशुपतिनिजमन्त्रं पातु मां राममन्त्रम् प्रणवनिलयमन्त्रं प्राणनिर्वाणमन्त्रं प्रणवनिलयमन्त्रं प्राणनिर्वाणमन्त्रं प्रकृतिपुरुषमन्त्रं ब्रह्मरुद्रेन्द्रमन्त्रं प्रकृतिपुरुषमन्त्रं ब्रह्मरुद्रेन्द्रमन्त्रं प्रकटदुरितराग द्वेषनिर्नाशमन्त्रं प्रकटदुरितराग द्वेषनिर्नाशमन्त्रं रघुपतिनिजमन्त्रं राम रामेति मन्त्रं रघुपतिनिजमन्त्रं राम रामेति मन्त्रम् जयतु जयतु मन्त्रं जन्मसाफल्यमन्त्रं जयतु जयतु मन्त्रं जन्मसाफल्यमन्त्रं जननमरणखेद क्लेशविच्छेदमन्त्रं जननमरणखेद क्लेशविच्छेदमन्त्रं सकलनिगममन्त्रं सर्वशास्त्रैकमन्त्रं सकलनिगममन्त्रं सर्वशास्त्रैकमन्त्रं रघुपतिनिजमन्त्रं राम रामेति मन्त्रं रघुपतिनिजमन्त्रं राम रामेति मन्त्रं 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 राम रामेति
And on that beautiful note, everyone, today's episode of Datta Arpanam begins to draw to a close.
Pranams and gratitude are offered at the divine feet of beloved Sadgurudeva, Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji and Sri Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji, without whose teachings, compassion, love, guidance and music, this program would not exist.
Pranams to you, Puja Appaji and Sri Swamiji. Kindly forgive any errors which may have been committed in preparing or in sharing today's episode of Datta Arpanam, and please guide us to avoid such errors in the future.
Special thanks are extended to the staff at 103.1 FM and to the sponsors of Datta Arpanam: Valini's Drug Mart Limited, Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited. And of course, dear listener, an extra special thank you is extended to you for sharing this devotional hour with us.
If you would like to listen to today's program again, check out the Datta Arpanam Facebook page, where by tomorrow night, the YouTube link for today's episode will be shared.
Once again, everyone, thank you for tuning in today. You are invited to please tune in to 103.1 FM again next Sunday at 6 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time for another episode of Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji.
Jai Guru Datta.
Shri Guru Datta. Harihi Om Tat Sat.
Follow the Master.
Follow the Master.
Follow the Master. Faith in God. Faith in God. Follow the Master. Follow the Master. Faith in God. Faith in God. Face the devil. Face the devil. Finish the game.
Finish the game.
Finish the game.
Finish the game.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha. Dattattreyam Mahatmanam Varadam Bhaktavatssalam Prapannartiharam Vande Smartrugami Sanovatu Deenabandhum Kripasindhum Sarvakaranakaranam Sarvarakshakaram Vande Smartrugami Sanovatu Sharanagata Deenartha Paritrana Parayanam Narayanam Vibhum Vande Smartrugami Sanovatu Sarvanarthaharam Devam Sarvamangalam Sarvakleshaharam Vande Smartrugami Sanovatu Brahmanyam Dharma Tattvajnam Bhakta Kirti Vivardhanam Bhaktabhishta-pradam Vande Smartrugami Sanovatu Shoshanam Papa Pankasya Deepanam Jnana Tejasa Tapa Prashamanam Vande Smartrugami Sanovatu Sarvaroga Prashamanam Sarva Pida Nivaranam Vipaduddharanam Vande Smartrugami Sanovatu Janma Samsara Bandhagnam Swarupanandadayakam Nishreyasapadam Vande Smartrugami Sanovatu Jayalabhaya Shakkama Dhatur Dattasya Yastavam Bhogamoksha Pradasyemam Prapatet Sakri Bhavet Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Shri Saraswati Namaha Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत्